So if you missed the last video, we installed a 5-inch rough country lift, and the blocks that came with the kit were 4 inches tall. Now the U-bolts were plenty long to stack those blocks on top of the factory 3-inch blocks, which would have put the truck about 2 inches higher in the rear than the front. But for one, I don't want to stack rear blocks. That's just super sketchy to me. And two, I don't want the rear of my truck sitting higher than the front. Unless it's a race truck, it doesn't look right to me. So I installed the 4-inch rough country blocks that came with the kit. It's sitting about 2 inches lower in the rear, and everybody lost their freaking mind, which I do want the truck sitting as high as possible. And I told y'all I was going to be getting an appropriate size single lift block to make this thing level. And so I did that, but the comments were just outlandish. And there was a lot of y'all defending it like, dude, he literally said he's gonna fix it. Like, chill out. But anyways, I picked up a set. So found these super lift 6-inch rear blocks, which if everything measures out like it's supposed to, should put this truck perfectly level and sitting as high as it possibly can with this 5-inch kit on there, which I need the most height as possible because I'm wanting to run the biggest tire I have ever bought in my life, which we will talk more later in this video because I need y'all's input. All the 2nd gen guys, please, if you got big freaking monster tires, possibly 38s, stick around, comment, let me know if they'll fit. Let's go ahead and try to put these in. Hope to goodness they fit. And then we got several other things we got to tackle on the truck today as well. 40, we'll say 40 and a half. Let's go ahead and throw these blocks in there and see how much it raises it. So here's a side-by-side between our 4-inch rough country and our 6-inch super lift, but unfortunately we have an issue. So if you look at the alignment pins, the ones on the rough country, very short, fit in there perfect. The ones on the super lift are too long and will not allow the block to sit flat on the axle, perch, housing, whatever it's called. It's a very shallow hole for this pin to sit down in. So, all right, let's go try it out. Jack the truck up a little bit more, then we're going to jack this to where the tires are off the ground, and then we should be able to shift it over. Okay. I saw a trick on TikTok. Apparently you can turn these U-bolts upside down and smack it on the ground and it'll line them up. I don't know how true that is, but it was a pretty crazy video. Why are the threads too big? Here's y'all a little technique tip. Makes it suck a little bit less. At least once you get the rhythm down, it goes a lot faster than taking it off every single spin. But it can also be very frustrating if it doesn't flow like you're wanting. Well, I ain't gonna lie, that freaking sucked. And it surely don't help that it's back to being 90 degrees. But let's go ahead, drop this thing down, see how she's sitting. Alright, there she is. We'll give her a couple bounces. She feels a lot taller from the driver's seat. Let's go ahead and check it out. Oh yeah, she is sitting much, much taller. Hopefully y'all are happy now. Gosh dang it. Look at this freaking truck. That's freaking level truck. It's so much taller. Oh my gosh. She is sitting up there now. I love this blue, dude. It looks so freaking good. Let's grab the measuring tape real quick. Put the old stick to her. See how she's looking. She'll be clean with it. Oh, that was clean. All right. Ground to fender. Right at 43 inches. Front. Ground to fender. Oh, it's like a 1/4 of an inch maybe. Focus. Why are you not focusing? Okay, yeah. So it's like a 1/4 of an inch lower in the rear. I will take that all day long. It does look better. I mean, in the original video, I wanted it higher in the rear, but I didn't really have a way of getting it level like this. It was going to be butt high, and that's the last thing I wanted. So this is pretty much perfect to me. I'm stoked with it. Hopefully y'all are as well. And now this truck is absolutely screaming for a setup. So I want to talk to y'all about that real quick. All the guys that actually have a 2nd gen Ram or your buddy has one, you have firsthand experience, please do not lead me astray. I want to put on this truck. I want to run the biggest tire that I've ever bought, but I am worried they will not fit. So I don't like talking about things before I actually do them, because if they don't happen, then it's a letdown and it kind of takes away from the surprise. At least that's how I've viewed my channel forever. I just like to, hey, surprise, I did this. 2nd gen Ram, 5-inch lift or smaller. Can you fit? We're gonna play a little game where we jump to the next scene and this thing has magically just popped right off. Didn't have to cut it, didn't have to torch it, anything. The Cruel Oil just did absolute wonders and just made it literally fall straight off. Next scene, right here, next. What you're fixing to see 2 seconds from now. Bruh, let's freaking go. So I've probably been saying this crap wrong. How you say it? Kroll? I don't even care. Either way, I will never buy another can of liquid wrench. This is insane. This works better than anything I've ever used. I sprayed it on there last night and it literally took me 2 minutes. It took longer to take that bolt off than it did this one. It popped off immediately. Holy crap. I am about to go drench the VMAX's manifold studs in these. All right, well, she is on there. Got to throw a cotter pin right there and we will be done. But as you can see, the arm is actually flipped. It was going down before, now it goes up. She's good to go, and I think, we take a look. So our tires are pointed a little bit to the right. Let's see if I ended up lining up the steering wheel. Ooh, probably still a little bit much. We'll see. Better than it was, but obviously they can take care of that with the alignment. So now I'm gonna use a boatload of this engine degreaser. Spray all this bull crap where we got the liquid wrench oversprayed and pressure wash the crap out of it. Then I'll catch up with y'all for the next thing. I'd say it's about time I got this thing put in my name. Well, 210 bucks later, we officially own Old Blue, aka whatever we're gonna call this thing. I don't freaking know. I still like Maggie, but I also thought because of the setup that's hopefully gonna go on here very soon, Bubba, just call this thing Bubba. I don't know. Either way, thank you, Miss Vicky, for the tag for the last. We're good to go now. She is ours. We get the title back in a couple weeks. We got the tag. We got insurance. We've had insurance. Okay, I ain't that crazy, but yeah. Well, I know I'd asked earlier in this video, hoping to get some feedback from the 2nd gen guys, whether or not the setup that I was wanting to run would actually fit. But I kind of already pulled the trigger and we're going to be picking the tires up tomorrow and the wheel should be in within the next week or so. It's going to be absolutely insane. It's going to look incredible and is by far the biggest tire that we have ever ran on this channel. I am super freaking excited for it, but also very nervous that it might not fit. It will, I'm sure, in a straight line, but I would like to be able to turn. Worst case scenario, I have a backup plan, but I am really, really freaking excited for it. I hope y'all are as well. We're going to be doing one more video on this truck before that, which is going to make it look incredible, completely opposite of what we're actually going for, but should give us an idea on if there's any hope for us actually clearing the setup that we're getting for the truck. I don't want to spoil it. We'll talk more about it in the next video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this one. I'll catch y'all there.